Yeah, I am pumped. I'm really excited for this next project, and I think it's going to last years. So that's exciting. Um, it kind of started. I was songwriting for about a year. Obviously, I was songwriting before then, but I've been songwriting on this specific project for about a year, and kind of worked up to about 40 songs in total that I'd written, just at the piano or on my guitar, or in random points you grab your phone and record a voice memo, and that's how it started, and just built up the songs from there. And I didn't really plan to do like a big project. I didn't plan to write loads of songs, but it just happened. And so yeah, I was praying about it, asking God like, what should I do with this? Is this just for me and you, or is this something wider? And just felt the urge to share some of them with some friends and some family and some people that know me and love me. So that's what we did, and I took them, and made them into a song panel. And we went to Abbey Road Studios, which was amazing, and did a song panel there. And there's a video actually coming out, with a little behind the scenes of that panel, which is exciting. And yeah, so we were there, and they reviewed. I think there was 10 that I kind of whittled the 40 down to 10 that were my favorite, and they reviewed them and just were super helpful. So this first song is like from that song panel, and I remember at the song panel in Abbey Road, we're sitting there in the studio, and I play this song, called Light the Fire. And afterwards, like before the feedback started, my friend Marcus, who was on the panel, just said, "That's a bop, like release it." So I was like, "Oh, okay, that probably means it's all right." And so I spent ages praying and showing it to other people and working out, like, is this the right thing to do? And the more we've kind of prayed, the more we've worked on it, we feel like this is the opening song to this whole project, this whole adventure that I've been on with God, songwriting and creating words and melodies, to express like prayers, and things that God's showing me, and things that I feel like I want to give people a tool to use to sing this, to sing a song. And Light the Fire is like this song of like, God, would you just like fan a flame in me, like a passion for your gospel, to share the gospel, where like even me, like, I find it so easy to be like embarrassed or like just scared of what people will think, strangers. But I might feel a sense like, oh, maybe I should talk to that person in the checkout queue or whatever it is. And this is just a song to pray that, like, God, would you just break off all of those things and help me just like proclaim the gospel, and above everything that it would be for God's glory, not just so that I feel good about myself. So yeah, I'm really pumped for this project and for this song, and I can't wait to share it with everyone. It's going to be great, and it's all as a result. I didn't have the money for this, for all of these dreams, but I just really sense like God asked me to allow other people to like partner and invest in it. So I decided, instead of like trying to squeeze the money out myself, or just do it all by myself, I felt God really clearly say the whole process should be like covered in community and in church. So I reached out. I did like a fundraising campaign. I reached out to my friends, my family, people that follow me on social media, and just asked them, would they consider investing in what God's doing with these songs, and just so many of you were just so incredibly generous, and I couldn't be here and I couldn't have done what I did without your generosity. So thank you so much. I don't take it lightly. I felt a kind of I was so humbled when I received the fundraising, because it was like, I felt so humbled to be like given this responsibility to steward this money, to do what I said I was going to do, which was to just give it my best shot and record these songs and release them, and more than any like numbers or stats or anything like that, like my heart is that just people would hear this song and be totally like impacted and just feel like resourced by this song. They wouldn't be just like, that's a cool song, but it would be like, wow, like this is a prayer that I've been praying, or this says what I've been thinking and feeling. So yeah, and the first song is Light the Fire. It's coming out later this year, and I'm just so ready to share. Feels like underground work, and it's now like coming to the surface, and a tree is being, grown, which is brilliant. Any questions?
Are you going to make an LP of all the songs?
Should I reveal that information is the question. Yeah, we're still trying to discern and work out, like, we're still working out how it's going to look entirely. As I said, I wrote 40 or so songs. We've rattled it down to maybe 6. So there's the potential for an EP. But I think what I'm doing is just like testing the waters with a few different songs, and just seeing whether this is something that does encourage people, and whether it's something that does do what I think it will do. But it definitely is a step up. Like, it feels like a step change in like my journey of songwriting and creativity. And over the last few years, I've learnt so much from just so many incredible wise people and friends that I've been able to chat to, from different worship movements and churches, and just different connections. And as a result of that, just felt so resourced and like blessed by God to use all of those people, to make this project and make these songs the best they can possibly be. So it's a step up, which is exciting. It's a step up, and I hope that people will see that and kind of know that it is, it's unlike anything we've done before. Like, this is a totally new thing that God's doing, and I didn't expect it, but it happened, and I'm grateful to be where I am.
So the money that you raised, how's that been used? What different things have you done with that money that you couldn't have done before?
Yeah, so the money that we raised enabled us to do so much that we couldn't do before for previous songs. Or like, you have a dream in your heart and you feel like God's given you something, and you're sitting there with like nothing in the bank and you're like, Lord, like, I've got these songs that I feel you've given me. I think you want me to release them, but I don't have the funds to do it in the way that's the most helpful and the best production to really make the song all that it should be and all that it could be. So we've used the money in so many different ways. I've been able to work with a world-class record producer who actually is part of our church community as well. So it's like a double bonus. Like, he's not only an incredible producer who's worked with some amazing people, but he's also like, he's part of the Croydon family, and I know him. So that's been an absolute honour, actually, to just work with him and see how he uses his gift to glorify God. So we've been able to to have that relationship, which has been amazing. Also, the video production is like mad. I didn't expect it. I didn't even I rocked up to the shoot and didn't know what to expect, but it was amazing. So we've been able to invest in a camera operator and director of photography, again, a world-class, just done so many different things with amazing people and companies. And he came and he was part of the recording of the video, which was fun, and I got my friends and my family in as well to be part of the band. And so that was great. So we spent money there, which we wouldn't at all been able to do beforehand. So I'm so grateful for that. And there's more to come. Like, we really want to see as many people hear this song as possible. not so that, it's so that Jesus' name is lifted high and elevated, and so that this song that I really believe God's given me is kind of honoured, by just sharing it around. And so, yeah, I'm really excited to start that campaign. And again, like, the money that's been raised will help to do that, which is great. And again, I just couldn't do this. Like, I literally couldn't do it without. And, a couple of months back, I'm sitting there with nothing, and these songs, and just saying to God, God, if you want me to release them, you're going to have to provide. And I really sensed him say, I will provide, and it will be through a community of people. It will be through the people that know you and want to support you. So yeah, and I was blown away. I was blown away by the generosity of people, and also the interest. It wasn't just sounds good, but people were really interested in what God's doing and about the songs as well. And they're not released yet, but I've just had so many encouragements and encouraging people talk to me about the songs and how they've blessed them or encouraged them. So yeah, that's mainly what the money's been spent on, as well as studio time and room bookings and all of the usual admin-y bits that is involved. And I've actually moved over. There's a few exciting things that have happened as well. It's kind of all to do with this step up, but I've moved over distribution companies to Wings Music Group. Hey Wings, if you're watching, I love them. They are Christian and gospel distributor, so they really focus and tailor on artists who are trying to create music that is really openly, this is Jesus and this is what he's about. So that's really cool. And I'm excited to work with them for the first time on this song, and submit it to a bunch of playlists and see what we can do. Also, I've agreed kind of a new deal with Walking Witness, who are my good friends. They do the merch, the Believer merch, and they do a few other things. And we've agreed a deal with the new songs that are coming up as well. And so I can't wait for the announcement for all of that stuff. And there's already stuff brewing there. And we're just going to connect, and there'll be some crossover with songs. I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to spoil the surprise, but there's going to be some epic clothing, hats, and maybe even socks coming to the internet and coming your way. So yeah, I'm excited to grab myself a little t-shirt or something. So yeah, there's a few big things happening, which is super exciting, and can't wait.